Welcome to Soul Tribe Search Party, your go-to space for real talk, deep reflections, and unfiltered life moments. I'm your host, Breezy, and here we keep it raw, soulful, and authentic. Hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. Hey, Soul Tribe. Welcome back to another episode of Soul Tribe Search Party. Today, we're getting into a book that honestly might just be the slap in the face you didn't know you needed. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. This book isn't about being careless. It's about choosing your cares intentionally. So if you've been overwhelmed, stretched too thin, or just tired of giving energy to things that don't matter, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's vibe. The core message: choose your F's wisely. Mark opens the book with this: not giving a fuck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being indifferent, okay? So it's not about not caring at all. It's about deciding what's worth caring about. That part resonated deep for me. As someone building a business, a brand, a whole life, you quickly realize you just can't give your energy to everything. And I love how he says you have a limited number of fucks to give, so you must choose your fucks wisely, and that's real. That's alignment. That's boundaries. The value of struggle. Pain has purpose. Another moment that stopped me. Who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for. So let me take you back to when I was first launching Soul Tribe Co. I was tired, doubting myself, down to my last, but I kept going. That struggle built the foundation I stand on now. It mattered. So what are you willing to struggle for? Because your purpose lives in your willingness to face resistance. Responsibility over blame. Take that power back. So Mark says, we don't always control what happens to us, but we always control how we interpret what happens to us and how we respond. This part resonated with me because I used to play victim without realizing it. But when you take radical responsibility, not blame, responsibility, you take your power back. So, what's one thing in your life you're blaming other people for, but you actually need to own it? Say it out loud, write it down, face it. If you need to, I can tell you about yourself. Okay? The feedback loop from hell. So stop caring about caring. Y'all, this concept made me laugh. The desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is a positive experience. So, what does that mean? Basically, the more we try to be happy, the more we realize we're not. When we accept our mess, our feelings, our chaos, that's where the real peace starts. It's the same with healing. You can't fake it, rush it. You've got to sit in it, feel it, learn from it, then alchemize it, right? You're not special, but that's a good thing. So Mark drops this one. Entitlement strips us of all the ability to deal with reality. The more exceptional we think we are, the less able we are to learn from life. So now this doesn't mean you're not powerful or divine. It means your ego has to chill. We grow when we stop needing to be the chosen one and start becoming the present one, okay? I had to learn that my story was not the hardest or the most important, but it was mine to take ownership of and grow from. Everybody has problems. Everybody has had the worst of the worst happen to them. Everybody has their own story, okay? Grow from it, okay? You don't have to. Matter of fact, I seen a video on TikTok today. This girl was live, and like the people in the comments kept telling her that she needed to take accountability of her life, and she just literally kept saying in the video, like, how am I supposed to take accountability for stuff that happened to me as a kid? And crazy as it sounds, you do have to grow from those experiences as well. Like, you identify whatever that was, whatever that encounter was as a kid, you identify it, you sit down, you talk with your inner child about it, however you see fit to get that energy out, whether it's journaling or talking to yourself, talking to someone else, figure it out. Because I think a lot of us try to act as though, like, since it happened as when we were kids, it doesn't matter anymore, or it doesn't, you know, take as much effect on us when we're adults. But really, you'll find out that it does, especially if you're just letting stuff linger. And y'all, I know my back is in the front, but literally, this, I have to take this necklace off, put it on there, just to make this shit go to the back. This shit is so fucking irritating. And my son literally just pulls on it all the time, and I just accept it. My bad. So stuff that happened to you as a kid definitely does affect you when you're older, and you do have to take accountability for that, because you have to learn how to forgive. You don't have to forget, but release it and let it go. Because I've chosen to just love a lot of people that have wronged me as a kid. I love everybody. Like, and I don't mean that in the most, like, I don't care about myself sense. I mean that in the most, like, it hurts people a lot more to see your growth. Like, it hurts them a lot more when they can't be a part of these chapters of your life where you've outgrown them. They can't stand it. So, yeah. Closing thoughts. Give fewer F's, live more fully. And honestly, that sounded so crazy how I just said it, but give fewer fucks. Okay? That's what it is. Give fewer fucks. Honestly, I don't know who I want to be on here. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't cuss as much. Maybe I should keep my episodes clean. But honestly, this is my fucking page. This is me. This is why I like I mean, I'm not saying this is why I like I can be whatever I want to be. I can put whatever hat on that I want to wear, and that's what we're doing. Okay? So let's bring it all together. Care less about what doesn't serve you. Own your choices. Let go of the need to be perfect or always positive. And please, stop giving your energy to things that aren't rooted in love, alignment, or truth. You can't be an important and life changing presence for someone. You can't be an important and life changing presence for some people without also being a joke and an embarrassment to others. So be the light for your people and forget the rest, right? Like, honestly, since I have been recording myself more, this shit is embarrassing as fuck to myself. Why? Because I don't like to be this open. I don't want to be seen. I don't care. I feel more secure in my private life, right? But the boundary is learning to still take up space, to still allow yourself to be in rooms that you deserve to be in, while simultaneously setting up a boundary to where it doesn't matter what room that you walk in, you're protected. You're guided, you're in alignment, you're doing what you got to do. And that's the biggest level of discomfort when it comes to wanting change for yourself, for yourself. Your external world, your environment, the people around you, it all matters. It's just funny because I got a dislike on one of my videos, and my internal self was like, what the fuck is that? Because the video, I was like, this is not even a dislikable video. The content that was in the video was just nothing. It was like a day in the life, and somebody was like, your life sucks. No, they didn't say that, but that's how I took it. And honestly, I think maybe somebody accidentally disliked it because when I went to actually go look at it, it didn't show up. But I'm still taking that as my first shot of criticism. And actually, that wasn't even my first shot of criticism. My first shot of criticism, I'm starting to get off topic, was actually with my body oil because the girlies love it and they say it is moisturizing, but they want to smell good. They want more smells. And I was like, dang, okay. Cause me, I'm focused more on the less toxic and whatever. Obviously essential oils are not harmful. I just wasn't thinking about it. When it comes to myself, I am very I do like to smell good. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't have perfumes and stuff. I do. I just don't use them all the time. I'm just more of a natural smell kind of girl. Especially when you take care of yourself, you don't really have too much to care care about. Like, you don't smell like anything. I mean, yes, it does feel good when you walk past people and they're like, "Damn, you smell good." Because most definitely, when you just natural, they're not like, "Oh, you just smell so good." Like, yeah, you might not smell like anything, but everybody loves when they be like, "Oh, what are you wearing?" And you know what? You right, because you should be wearing my shit. And you're like, "Oh yeah, this is the new body mist from fucking Soul Tribe Co." Yeah, bitch. I'm claiming that. So yeah, I had to revamp that, obviously, and make the shit smell better. Make it smell more, not better, because it didn't smell like anything. It was just oils. But yeah, this is way off topic. Definitely the whole purpose of why I get on here and do these uncomfortable book club episodes is accountability, not only for myself, but others. I think it is the utmost importance that we do exercise our minds, and reading definitely helps with that, regardless if you got the physical form, if you fucking listen to audiobooks, however you get it done. I don't know I don't know the actual research behind if you need to physically be reading something versus just what you listen to. Because I've said this before, but my favorite way to read a book or go through a book is reading it and listening to it at the same time. It just makes the experience a whole nother level. Especially when I did that with The Power of Now. How he even reads the shit, I just feel like he's inside of me when not like that. The way that his voice sounds in the message of that book is just so deep that I feel like he is inside of my head talking to my soul or something. I don't know, that was probably really crazy how I just explained it, but that's a really good book. But anyway, I think I'm gonna start including more maybe mystery or I don't know what kind of genre books, because I literally just love to read the self-developmental books. They do claim some of those books that some of the books that I've been reading or reviewed on here, even like The Alchemist, they put that as a fictional book. It is, but I thought all of these would have been technically labeled self-developmental books. I could see how it's fictional even though it's not. Alchemy is real. Anyway, though, yes, that is why I get on here and I do these uncomfortable book club episodes, and I try to read all of my points, which makes me in turn sound like a fucking robot. Because honestly, my brain goes into sensory overload so much that this way of doing this helps me stay on track, especially when it comes to the books, because I read a chapter a day. And kudos to me for even fucking doing that. But that is about the pace that I read each day. And although I can be super excited and I really resonated with something that I read that day, bitch, I'll read the book tomorrow and forget what I even read about today. That is the most annoying thing ever. And I try not to claim that because I'm like, dang, did I really have a mom brain? Am I going through that? I am not afraid to admit that, yes, my thoughts be going blank a lot of the times, but I try to take ownership of that because I'm like, obviously, if I want to work on not being so forgetful, I need to do the exercises, mental exercises, so I can build that up and do better. Because somebody could ask me what I did yesterday, and I'd be like, "Dang, was I present? What was life like yesterday? I don't remember." It's also because shit, the days ain't real anyway. Like you live the same life every day, so shit, that's what it is. Back to what I was saying. If this episode gave you something to think about, let me know. Put it in the comments or shit. DM me. Bring it to the book club table. If you want to join my book club, if you want to talk to me about books, and if you haven't read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, now's the time. It's that reminder we all need. And don't forget to check out my shop for some tools to help you reclaim your power and protect your energy. I love, 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 love everything on my website. I am just so happy with how things are going. It's well deserved. Until next time, Soul Tribe, protect your peace, give fewer fucks, and keep choosing yourself. That's a wrap for today's episode. If this resonated with you, don't forget to follow, share, and connect with me on YouTube, TikTok, and my website can be found in my bio. Let's keep the convo going.